Today it is Mercury retrograde. I'm a Scorpio born on Halloween, and it's gonna be Mercury retrograde in Scorpio during Scorpio season. So I was like, hey, I gotta make a video. And I really felt really inspired the other day, and started really working on a lot of things. The past month or so, I've been studying like different types of different spreads that I like. I even came up with my own, and now I've been using like this new like different types of things I've learned all together, and my readings have been coming out way better. And so I think that this Mercury retrograde, Spirit is like, y'all need to deal with y'all stuff on your own. Like, so they don't want me to give you like a bunch of advice, right? Like, they just want me to steer you in the right direction, and as well as let you know of anything that is unhelpful for your transformation this particular Mercury retrograde, because this Mercury retrograde is all about Scorpio, so it's going to be about authenticity. And so being authentic also means looking at the parts of yourself that you don't like, as well as the parts of yourself you do like, and going through what is truly you, and then what are the lies people have told you, what are the lies you have told yourself. So during this Mercury retrograde, then this communications and things like that normally happen are going to be more centered around, how authentic have you been, and lots of tower moments about yourself and your power, and how much you believe in yourself and what you're supposed to do here. I have done some energy reads in the area, and I've also looked at some other people's stuff, and stuff wasn't really resonating with me, and I realized I haven't been watching a lot of tarot readings. I've been like just doing my own and stuff, and I've noticed like mine really were like helping me more, and so it's like, okay, you're finally ready to share this now. Before, I think I was a little green and ready just to hurry up and get into it. And this time I really, really did wait for Spirit to tell me. I like, the few times I was like, oh, maybe should I do it? I was like, no, you need to go ahead and do this. So I just wanted to have this little intro part to be about, just know that this is going to be a very divine message. Some of it is going to be intuitive. Some of it is going to be just a straight up tarot. But it's going to be something that is helpful for you, for the people around you, because this is a collective situation. The collective is going through things. So this video is all about the collective. My other videos are going to be, pursing out some of that energy and saying how it relates to other signs. But yeah, I'm just going to continue to put out videos when I can, or when the Spirit calls to me, because I was coming from too much of my masculine energy when I wanted to just put out videos in a orderly fashion the way I see everyone else doing. It's like I have to go with Spirit. Spirit gonna let me know, and it's gonna come to you perfectly when it needs to. You can't become reliant on me, and you don't need to be reliant on tarot. It's just something that is very helpful in the next steps of your life. And I would encourage people, if you do enjoy watching tarot videos, and you have been for a while, get your own cards, whip them out, do it with me. Whatever cards come out for you are the ones that are really, really, really specific to your situation. And if you don't have tarot cards, then like before, I would say take a real good breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, let it out for 4 seconds, 4 times. You can also do the 5 method either way. So 4x4 or 5x5. before you listen to this, so your mind is clear. If there's any tingles that you feel in your body, if your eye happens to just stare at something, these are important ways your body might be trying to tell you something. Because there's some times where if my ego is talking too much, I'll just start zoning out, staring at something for a long time. And I'll look and I'll notice like I'm just staring at a word. And so if the word is like communication, then my spirit is trying to tell me you need to get better with your communication skills. You see what I'm saying? It's like sometimes your higher self be trying to give you messages that aren't just through the numbers or other things like that. It can also be through other things. So I just really felt guided to say all of that. I really didn't want to have a long intro. This don't even feel like an intro now. But whatever. Here we go. What spirit do you want the people to know for this Black Moon spread? So I'm using my Black Moon astrology cards. I'm going to do a Black Moon spread. 5 cards. Y'all know the drill. We'll be doing this for a minute now. So first card, the core issue. Second card, the current situation. Third card, the surprise. Or what the problem is, the super challenge. And the fourth card, how you should deal with this. Fifth card, outcome if this energy stays the way it is. We'll pull cards to see, again, if whatever you're supposed to do in the fourth card, if you're able to get that done, what that looks like, versus if you're not, right? And it's already going to be related to, again, those core themes of authenticity, unrequited love. Scorpios love to, have a crush on someone and never tell them, kind of thing. So that fantasizing over something, thinking of a relationship being perfect because you're keeping it in your mind instead of actually having the relationship. That is gonna 727. That's gonna be a big theme going on right now. So when people talk about your ex comes out of the woodwork kind of stuff, that's why. It's gonna be people remembering and having nostalgia about the old times and like, man, I really do miss that person. Like, why was we even fighting? You know how you think about like a fight you had with someone like 10 years ago and you're like, I don't even remember what the grudge was about. So some people, even if it wasn't 10 years ago, they're like, dang, that's about to turn into that situation. I just let some bull stuff happen because of it. There's like this energy of that, but there's also, wow, so this is really turning into like intuitive message now. This is also an energy of just like two naked individuals. Wow, okay, that was weird. So the vulnerability piece. There we go. It's like, what does that mean? So vulnerability, strength and vulnerability. Being vulnerable means taking your armor off, being your true self, because what the problem that a lot of people are having is if two people come into a relationship with a mask on, one day when the mask falls off, that you're not afraid of the person because they're ugly. You're not afraid of the person because they're a monster. You just don't know them because they're a stranger. So when we're not being our authentic selves, people are falling in love with a fake you. And so if you got to know each other on the real level, then you might realize that you're great for each other, or you might realize you're horrible for each other, but you never gave each other the chance. And that is going to be a key thing, because it's that idea of like, you gotta go out there and try. Like you gotta leap in order to get what you want in life or what you desire. And then when you do get what you desire, then from there you can say, I'm grateful for having this. And then if you want to keep it in your life because you realize this is something good for you, or correct for you, not good, it's not good and bad or perspectives, it's correct for you, and it's the correct perspective for you, then yes. But if you realize no, then you're supposed to say, kind of like, the tidy up lady, Marie, oh, this no longer sparks joy for me. Thank you, gratitude, I let you go, right? Because it's not this person's a bad person. It's just you're incompatible. It's about we're not vibing on the same frequency, or someone has more power in this dynamic, or blah 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 blah, right? And I completely understand that, as a person who is polyamorous and dates multiple people, loves multiple people at the same time, and understands that concept and believes in that concept. I'm also bisexual, and I've dated many of people, men, women, and non-binary. And it's very important right now that we become our authentic selves, because spiritually things are changing. We're no longer going to have just the soulmates and the twin flames. We're going to have the third flame thing that's happening. I kept feeling like I was part of that third wave, and I used to watch Indigo Moon and be like, girl, what is this new wave? Because I actually think I'm not a twin flame, I'm really that stuff. But then sometimes I do think I'm a twin flame. But then I was like, wait, but I'm not a twin flame, because I never believed it first. Like, people would tell me about it, I'd be like, that's some weird millennial shit. And I'm a millennial. So I'm talking shit about us. You know what I mean? I can do that because that's us. It's like when you have a sibling and you're like, well, that's my sibling. I can say that. You know what I mean? It's like, I used to feel like that. And then one day, all these weird signs started happening on his dreams. And, And so I realized, like, okay, maybe I was acting like I'm too good for this. Like I can't be like everybody else. Like, maybe this is a thing that, like, happened to you too. And I didn't think it meant I was special. Actually, it made me feel like I was becoming part of the crowd. Because it's like, well, everyone's talking about this. I mean, everyone thinks they have a twin flame. So, like, I don't... And it was like, are you just trying to be special? Like, oh, you're the only one without one? Like, your twin flame is off somewhere. You know what I mean? It was just like that kind of thing. And, all of that was untrue. I was part of this new wave thing, and I kept feeling like that, but I never really told people like that. And so I started going through my old recordings, voice recordings, and hearing like, oh, snap, you did say some stuff like that. And then you also start talking about the 4 and how this is all about the different dimensions and things like that. There's the 4 realms, and I've been drawing since December about the 4 realms. And it was so funny because I kept doing all these 4 realms, and then I saw the movie The Nutcracker, which was really funny, with my girlfriend at the time. And I remember being like, this is what I was trying to explain with the 4 realms. It's in this freaking movie with the Nutcracker. And it was so funny because it's like how I kept explaining in my notebook was the goddess realm, the god realm, the both realm, and the neither realm, and it makes the 4. And to have the 4 elements, you must have the 4 realms within you, because the 4 realms all together adds up the 5D, and the 5D is source energy, the creator of everything, the transcends limits, transcends thinking, transcends everything we freaking believe about spirituality. God is just one section of a foursome. That's why the Bible had multiple different gods and goddesses and deities in it, and then they only took one person out and then said, let's follow that one person. But that one person was a dude named, started with a Y, and that was the thing. And I was like, remember, you used to hear that all the time, and you used to tell people like, yeah, like, y'all know, like, Christianity used to be polytheistic, and then one day it became monotheistic after the Jews went through the thing in Egypt, like, the slavery. Y'all remember that? Okay, that's like in history. Like, I'm talking about world history stuff. I'm not talking about spirituality. And so I used to always think about it in this conceptual way. And so now with this heart-centered work that I've been really, really doing, it is really opening up, like, Yeah, you've been drawing this. Yes, you've been doing the things, and then you keep drawing molecules and how they relate, and like all the science and how the science and spirituality comes together. And then all of a sudden one day it was like, but did you forget you have a psychology degree? You have a bachelor's in psychology, and you're forgetting to put about spiritual psychology? What are you doing? And I was like, oh my gosh. And then it was like, wait, weren't you about to become a sex therapist? Isn't this important? Stop forgetting all the great things that you have to offer these people. And it's like, you're right, I'm using Wiccan cards and stuff like that, which technically they're the sensual Wiccan tarot. Those are the purple cards I use all the time. And it's like, yeah, we're trying to tell you something. You're supposed to be doing all these things. You want to help people in a way that makes it where they no longer need you. That's why you feel like a Nanny McPhee, a Mary Poppins, or whatever, because you're the kind of person that is supposed to enter people's lives, help them with things, and then they're better, and then you're like, oh great, you're better, I can go, send me a Christmas card. Maybe we'll have a reunion one day. Hey, moving on to the next family. And so I just feel like sometimes I think about tarot and I'm like, but I don't want people to become reliant on me. Like, I gotta watch Christine's tarot video, like how I've been with some readers sometimes, and I'll have to pull back my damn self. I'll be like, girl, I'm watching so many tarot videos. And so this was saying, like, yes, you cannot just do tarot. Tarot is a very helpful tool, but it is not the only tool. You've been claircognitive since you were 8 years old. You've been telling people weird wisdom stuff since you were a child. Out of the mouths of babes. Oh, you're so wise beyond your years. But then you heard yourself in that recording say, when you were a teenager, you said, I'm tired of just knowing things. I want to finally experience them. So that way I know through experience as well as through the messages and the wisdom that Spirit has been telling you. So then when I started thinking about how hard things have been in my life, it was like, because you asked. So guess what? If you don't want them to be hard enough, you can ask for that too. And so when people talk about, oh, you can't be high vibrational all the time. No shit, Sherlock. Being on this earth is designed for you not to stay high vibrational. This is a game, and the game is stay high vibrational, keep your body healthy. Your body is a temple. And everything is designed to make you not think that. Like, but not like your body's in a temple, you can't do what you want. Like, I still eat meat. I still do other things because I'm still living a human experience. We are divine beings living a human experience. Don't you ever fucking forget that. Because we have human resources that are supposed to help us with our human problems. Spirituality is just supposed to remind us and awaken us to when we forget ourselves, when we get lost in ourselves, and when we run away from ourselves. This Mercury retrograde is about stop running away from yourself. Whoever you are truly inside of you is great. Because guess what? When you are living a lie, when you are living a mask, you're taking someone else's spot. If someone is supposed to be doing this great thing in the world and you're doing it instead, you're in their spot. But guess what? There's someone in your spot too. So we all gotta do musical chairs, okay? Get out of each other's seats. Get in your own seat. We have assigned seats, and guess who assigned them? You, before you came here. You assigned your own seat, not the creator, your higher self. You, before you came here. You are your angel of destiny. I've been saying that since I was 12 years old. Damn. Like, and I got that from a Sabrina the Teenage Witch show. I was like watching it, was like, and they met the dude, and I was like, that's not real. I literally turned to my mom and was like, Mom, that's not real. So I said, the angel of destiny is not an angel. When you reincarnate, you write down a list of goals that you kind of want to do this lifetime, and you be like, last lifetime I was a firefighter, and I did this other thing, next time I want to do blank, blank, and blank. Let's try that out. Put that on goals to do, to-do list, and so then you come out here and be like, okay, to-do list. So now it's like, oh girl, you see the drop? authentic. Like, sometimes you don't get all the water. Okay, but yeah, so it was this whole thing. I'm gonna just bring it back because I realized I was about to go too far on the tangent, so I'm gonna bring it back. But yeah, this Mercury retrograde is definitely about get back to your authentic self. If you do not know who that is, you about to go find out. Yourself, you are going to talk to you, and if you don't, they're going to be big. Go look at yourself. And then things that you've planted seeds in the last couple of months are going to come up. So, wow, okay, this was like a lot. Did not see that coming. Okay. Core issue. Okay. Dang. Okay, last couple. Okay. Didn't ask for that, but you know what? Thank you for the extras. Because that made it across. Okay. So, Black Moon. Water element sensing. I really like this one, but I'm going to read some of it because it's good stuff. Good stuff. So, let matters flow. Water is the element of the signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. The planets of water are the Moon, Pluto, and Neptune. When the water element card presents itself in a spread, you can trust what you feel as the best course to follow. Sometimes it indicates the need to withdraw and fight another day before moving ahead. It also represents connected to the flow of all things. It's a good time to imagine, write, paint, play, or create anything, since water is the element of the imagination. It is the ability to quiet your conscious mind and allow yourself to be taken over by an idea or a dream. Water is painting, poetry, and music. If you're feeling floating or adrift, maybe it's time to surrender to a dream. At present, you may have little energy and want to withdraw. You are in fact doing a lot of inner processing, which will take you where you want to go. Look inward. Don't worry about the drama that surrounds you. Avoid the commotion. Sit still, float. Trust your inner wisdom. It will not steer you wrong. So this is the core issue. This is the Ace of Cups. Lack of energy. Emotional nuisances. Yeah. Sensing what is accurate without being told. And trips across water are the big ones there. So what I would say right now is the core issue is sensing things, not speaking up on them. Allowing to, daydreaming about your dreams. Again, going back to what I was saying about Scorpio can daydream about a career or a romantic partner or something like that, instead of always necessarily going for it. But this is the great thing about Scorpio energy is we're water. What does water do? When you are high vibrational and so in love with yourself and your true authenticity, then things come to you. See, masculine energy is all about action, going and getting what you want. Feminine energy is about being everything someone wants and it coming to you. You become the object of your desire. So the desire comes to you. Now that is how Scorpio desires. We create what we desire. We create it out of thin air. How? Because we create it in ourselves before we see it in another. We sense it in our intuition. We know it to fucking be true. Therefore it is. Did you hear what I said? I know it to be true. Therefore it is. I meant that shit and I said that shit. Because it's true. You have to be yourself. For things, for great things to happen to you. And they can be great, awesome things or great, not so awesome things. But they still are grand. And that's what this energy is going to be. Because Scorpios are what? We're fucking intense. We don't like small talk. We want to talk about when your dog died when you were 12. Proby. You know, like, why you always trying to be in my business? That could be the flip side of that perspective, right? It's all different perspectives. So, it's coming from that kind of Scorpio energy. I'm also going to link in the description a video I watched about this current energy as well, and talk more about it later. But I want to go to the next card now. So, Ace of Cups isn't just about romantic love. Love is love, y'all. Love of things, love of people, love of food, you know what I mean? Love of family, love of your passion, right? Why do you wake up in the morning? What is your passion that drives you, right? Because that's what Scorpio is about. The passion that drives you. If I don't give a fuck about something, I'm not gonna do it. But if I love something, I wrote that down in a journal the other day. I do nothing if it isn't for love. Love of myself, love of the friend, love of the thing, love of the atmosphere, love of the whatever. If it's not for love, I'm not showing up. Boo? Just not happening. And I realize it's like, you also might not show up because you're loving yourself too hard. And you said, what too hard? There's no such thing. Exactly. They'll come to you. Now, don't get narcissistic with your love, but you know what I mean. Like, there's a good, happy balance between selfish and selfless. You know what I mean? So, for the next card, that is going to be, so that was the root of the situation. Now we're getting more of like what's the current energy. There you go. That's a better word. So Moon, Soul. Okay. Oh wait, put my finger in front of that. It's like so trippy. I love it. So what does your gut say? This card is all about mystery, feeling, and hidden messages. The Moon is receptive. It governs intuition and self-protection. Its placements by sign and house indicate those areas to which we are the most emotional or sensitive. The Moon represents what is felt instinctively and what is at the core of our emotions. It's the female principle that is darkly moist and yielding, so the Moon can signify our relationship with our mothers as well as pregnancy. It also signifies our grandmothers and even old age. So geriatric issues can arise when this card turns up. Crowds belong to the Moon, but also shyness. This card indicates fluctuations in your life. The Moon changes signs every 2.5 days. But the Moon is the side we keep concealed. The lunar influence can be indicative of future fame governing the masses, what is likely popular. At the same time, you may have trouble controlling your emotions and you may want to do things that are safe. It is a good time to rely upon your imagination and to pay attention to your dreams. When this card comes up, it's because something is obscured. Because the next card is basically about the same thing. Dang, this is real. You may have feel lost, have a lost direction, or that you don't have all the information to go forward. Substance abuse may touch your life, not necessarily, but certain energies or persons around you. After growing close to someone, this is going to be important for some people, the energy may feel smothering and restrictive. Insecurities may arise. There may be feelings of paranoia. We love our moon, though she makes us feel safe. So someone's emotional clinginess may be an issue. After all, the moon tells us to hang on, often after we should have released things from our lives or just given up. But no, the moon chimes in, says, hang in there. You'll win sooner or later. It's important now not to accept any false pictures or misapprehensions of the truth. Like the Neptune card with the Mars, with the moon card. Oh, okay. Deception is possible. Things are cloudy right now. Someone from your past is about to re-enter your life. Any romance that starts now may be strange, yet compelling, and even familiar. This meeting might happen in the evening hours. This is High Priestess energy, the dark night of the soul. Wisdom, shelter, deep love, the past, and dreams are the key words. So this went back to also, I think that's why I said let me link that video, the also clinginess of Scorpio as well, and of energy in its lower form, right? Where it's like, well, where are you going? Like, don't you want to hang out like all day and like watch TV and have sex and like be cute and stuff? Like, and they're like, I think I need to go to work. Like, why? Why do you need to go to work? So I just feel like that energy also. Just saying. You know, I ain't gonna talk shit about us, you know, but I kind of am. Finding out more about our inner world, and also our lineage. So the thing about the mothers and the grandmothers, that's going to be a thing. That is going to be a thing. When you think of the moon card, think mystery, birth, tribes, unanswered questions, and sometimes sudden fame. And finding your feminine side, bringing out your visions and talents in a more public way. It's a good time to open your mind to visions as well as an approaching with women's wisdom and intuition. So this is the time, if you are starting a creative project, to do it. If there are people in your life who are being a little clingy or whatever, don't worry about it. If you got something, a project you feeling, go do that project. It's time. Now with the next card, Black Moon Lilith, I mean, whenever I get this, it always means someone's lying to my face and I don't even know. And it's real bad because it's always dramatic as hell how you find out. Like, no fail. I've pulled this for certain people in recent times, right before I saw them, and I thought it was about someone else. Nope. Thought it was about the wrong person. So this is one of those things that even though you can know this information, you still might not be looking at the right person. So this is why this is the Tower moment. Oh crap, third card situation. What is the thing you refuse to look at? The third card in the black moon spread is all about just what you're just like, no, I'm gonna overlook it. It's hidden. I have blinders onto it, and I refuse to look at that. So, and now Lilith, if I don't know if anyone knows like the Jewish like mythology around that, but the idea of like she was before Eve, and her and Adam were together, but Adam wanted to get on top during sex, and she was like, no, I like being on top during sex. There's no way you can do that. And then he went and bitched to God about it, like, oh, why won't she let me just one time? Like one time. And then like the story goes, like God was like, nah, like Lilith, like one time though, just let him get on top one time. She's like, and then like her punishment was like to become like a succubus, and all her no, it wasn't succubus. It was her punishment was like 100 of her children or 1,000 of her children be killed a day, because she didn't have the pain of childbirth, so she was able to like have kids, like multiple children, like in a day. And so she had been populating the whole earth like by herself, just popping out like kids left and right. So when God was like, no, I'm gonna like start killing your children, she was like, I don't care. And so then that's how she got the name of like the baby killer or something like that, right? And so then that's when God took the rib from Adam and made Eve. And so that was how the mythology goes or whatever. And so what I like about this book though is it talks about a different origin story for Lilith, and how that other origin story, isn't the business. Yeah, y'all, but it doesn't go further into that first story, so I just wanted to give y'all that backstory. So in with this one, they're saying Lilith is the ancient goddess of mystery and transformation. Stories of Lilith appear around 5,000 years ago in the area of Samaria. I hope I said that right. Where she was said to have been a handmaiden to Inanna. Okay, we're just gonna call that the Queen of Heaven. However, most of us recognize Lilith from the Hebrew myth as the first wife of Adam. So her becoming a succubus and appearing to men at night, sapping their energy, causing wet dreams, and other things. So throughout the ages, Lilith was demonized. She was the first spiritual upstart, but in recent years her status has changed. Lilith is a feminine force of command and strength. She represents the powers we hold in secret. So what are you secretly good at that you're not sharing with the world? You know what I mean? So when this card turns up in a reading, something works. It might be the dark part of your astrological chart. Ooh, astrological chart. Ooh, here we go. She is our shadow side, the dark face of the moon, where mysteries and unexplained occurrences lie in wait. This card indicates a call to wildness, even subversion. She can manifest as madness or self-realization. Lilith represents a refusal to submit. So it is not a good time to give in, even when the path seems a rough one. There is a tendency to isolate and focus on feelings of revenge. The hallmark of the black moon Lilith energy is muteness and aloneness. Lilith remains awake while the rest of the world is asleep. She is the dark thoughts that enter our consciousness just before we fall asleep. Black moon Lilith suggests female rebellion. The angry mother, the scorned woman, the embittered woman. Something that stalks, you feel it. Lilith is sharp. She knows, she senses, she processes what is there. because Lilith feels slighted. She can represent a formidable foe or dangerous enemy. Through Lilith we discover creativity and the beauty that can exist in darkness, as long as we keep our own demons in check under her rule. So I also like that this is going to be bringing up a lot, like I said, that those dark qualities are a little dark, but like we can go with that for now. Doesn't matter what you like to say, dark or low vibrational, whatever. Energies in us that we don't understand that we need to like be here on Earth. See, this, you can't see the brightness of the stars without the contrast of the darkness of the sky. And so as people, we don't understand that sometimes the uniqueness and the brightness of the stars and the light that's within us is able to shine because we have a little bit of darkness in us. It's just when we do not admit that that darkness is there is when we fall down. You're striving for perfectionism. You're striving to lie to yourself. I watched a TED Talk the other day that said people lie to themselves at least 10 times a day, if not every 10 minutes, say a lie. And I was like, well then. So this energy right now, yeah, it could be the politics in the world and the patriarchy falling. It could just be you realizing why your mom was so mad all those years. I mean, when I say some stuff big to small is coming out, y'all. It's coming out. This is it. This is it right here. So be ready. Be ready, y'all. It's going to be real. And this is all about, like, we've been feeling it. We've been feeling it. And now it's here. But it's still going to be a fucking surprise. And I know that's like, wait, what? It's like, even though you're getting this right now, or you can watch 10 million more YouTube channels about this, it's still gonna, whatever the thing that is for you personally, it's still gonna hit you with a fucking surprise. Because it's literally, I was talking to my friend about this the other day. I said, we always trying to talk about how people don't want to see the elephant in the room, but we never talk about what's behind the elephant. What is the unknown unknown? What is the thing that I don't even know that I don't even know? Damn! What does that mean? Do you really think about that? What do I not know that I don't even know? Because there's stuff that you know you don't know, but you're fine with that. You know? You're like, I don't know how to make an airplane. I'm fine with that. Like, yeah, I don't know how to do that. Don't care. I'm so grateful, though, that other people know how to do that, and they make them, and it's nice, and I can get in it. Grateful for it, but I don't know how to do that, and I ain't trying. But what's the shit you don't even know about that you don't even know? That's what Black Moon Lilith mystery shit is about. It's like, you didn't even know you didn't even know. Yeah. Also, could be some sexy times. Could be some sexy times. Might be some revenge. Might be some erotic obsessions. What I'm getting a sense is that this is definitely a time to daydream. To daydream. Also, something that also helps me with if you do get into some dark moments, though, when you get deep in your emotional waters and shit. Remember that every bad thing that's ever happened to your life, you somehow got out of it. So whenever you are getting a little too deep into the shadow work and saying about all the fucked up stuff that's happened, remember, you always made it out. The fact that you're looking at this means you made it out. Even if you're going through something right now, you'll get through this too, because you always do. That's what you do. Because as a human being, you know there might be 7 billion people on Earth, but do you know how many billions ain't? Okay. So, you still here, you doing something well. Okay? Now, the next one is, Jupiter return benefits, but Pisces decided to come out and cross it for some mysterious ass reason. So, because this is what you should do, we're going to say Jupiter return is the what you should do. The Pisces believe card is going to be if you keep blocking your shit. Okay? So, let's talk about Jupiter return benefits. So, if you heed this warning, you realize what's up, and when the wave hits you, you let it. You surrender. Okay? Jupiter. And Jupiter is the lucky planet, so it's very, very good energy. Sag rules over it. A Jupiter return occurs every 12 years. This marks the time the largest and most expansive of planets return to the original place of when you were born. Turning up the Jupiter return card indicates a period when doors are open to you and obstacles are lifted. You're given the freedom to advance your goals without absolute abandon. It suggests you will soon be entering a time where you encounter less resistance and life should flow much easier. This is the card of the green light. Yes. Oh, that's good. Goals or plans you started more than a decade ago will begin to bear fruit, either right now or very soon. It implies good fortune, prosperity, and not just in financial or material. Dreams manifest into reality at this time. Gifts flow in easily. It is also a time to be aware of how you approach matters in your own spirituality, faith, and destiny. There is a rapidness to Jupiter. So, it's important to grab hold of anything that surfaces. So, don't let go. Investigate the possibilities this might bring. Jupiter named the Roman god. Let's get that part. The jovial, no, we're not going to do that either. Open-hearted, optimistic, and flirtatious. There we go. Jupiter is the Santa Claus of the planets. And the Jupiter return is Christmas Eve. Oh, I underlined this. Oh, this is great. This card makes a stage when you are to receive opportunities and then rewards. This is a time many areas of your life begin to bear fruit. The only negative of this card is that it's not a good time to indulge or become reckless with anything. It can indicate too much of a good thing or being overly confident that things will work out. But like the Saturn return, only hard work with perseverance will bring the payoffs. Show gratitude. Something will be rescued from the darkness. New experiences trigger a desire for travel and inner development. Communications with angels and higher spirits are more possible now. Higher education calls to you. Publishing your ideas or bringing them before the public are a probability. Relax, let go of control, allow things to unfold. Be wise and pay attention. Don't take your eyes off the prize. You are kingly or queenly place right now. Bigger goals and plans now rule your life. It is time to put laziness aside and buckle down for some dramatic changes, mostly positive. Great fortune is ahead of you. Don't back away from it and proceed from the dream in an outward way. Love and romance takes a sweetness, a sense of freedom, where you can be who you are with the addition of acceptance and generosity. You may attract many potential lovers. Most of them will be short-lived. Be careful of indulging in too much eating or drinking. So in short, love others with grace and patience. Know that generosity is its own reward. Keep the expansive energy of Jupiter flowing, but with discernment. Ooh, I underlined that big. And in the answer of your question, yes, but only if you are wise in your choices. This is also the Chariot card. Oh, Lord. Yeah. I just did a thing with, what was it? The Naked Medium. Ronnie has an Instagram thing for tarot. and I looked at what was the energy for my year this year, because like my birthday is coming up, and I got the Chariot card and was like, no wonder I've been acting the way I've been acting for the last year. I've been in Chariot card mode, like, oh Lord. And yeah, with the Sag, Mercury, Venus, and North Node, it makes sense. It makes sense. Sag is just such a good sign. I love Sag. I'm so happy he's running all through my chart like that. So yeah, so Sag runs over Jupiter. That can happen for you if you do this work, people. Okay, because if you don't, the heaven if you do and the hell if you don't, so to speak. Okay. Which I am not a super religious person, but wow, I'm using lots of like religious terminology in this. And this video is long as F. But if you're still here, thank you. Because I'm trying to tell you stuff, but it's long as hell now. Okay. Pisces, I believe. In faith and trust, you must surrender to what is. The house of self-undoing. It is mystery and unfathomable, but can indicate a life that needs clarifying as well as definition. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac and symbolizes the old soul, the one who passes through many lives, has picked up much here and there, and experienced almost everything along the way, but sometimes doesn't process things well and tend to repeat mistakes. Pisceans have trouble maintaining boundaries, sometimes even feeling half erased. If you've ever observed a Pisces, you may notice they don't appear as intelligent as they are. You could even call them gullible or vague until they start cranking out works of genius, and they can be so psychically tuned in, it'll knock your socks off. Pisces is a beautiful sign, with compassion, denoting true visions that link up with the collective. Those ruled by this sign know much, know it all deep down, but having trouble sorting matters out. Ooh, this is about organizing your thoughts and going for what you really want, going for what you really need. Because if you don't, it'll turn into mishaps and disaster. But Pisces still survives. So you'll survive. It's just, it's going to be much harder if you fight this energy. Just saying. Dreamers, artists, composers, poets, mystics, victims, and prisoners all fall under the rulership of this water sign. This is little doubt that higher consciousness falls under the domain of Pisces. Oh, there's little doubt. In a superficial way, it looks as if the world is their oyster, with their talent, beauty, sensitivity, and connectedness with the unknown. They're the best idealists, but also biggest cynic. You may be extra sensitive to beauty currently. Poetry courses through you. Compassion flows. Take advantage of inspiration and channel it into a creative project. A great idea from the past may re-emerge. So again, getting back to your authentic original self. Your new self is actually going to be your original self. It's like your original old self. But it's like version 1 and you're on version 12. And so you got to like cut off the layers of the other 11 to get back to 1. Almost like that. But for people who aren't being that dramatic, it might just be like an old project, something you abandoned 10, 20 years ago. Kind of like me with tarot. Like, I bought this deck, my first deck in high school. Did it on and off for years. Got an oracle deck, in college or whatever. It was still feeling cute, whatever. But I never was like, I'm going to do tarot with my life. You know what I mean? Like, I just would do it for myself. Like, until one day, I had a spiritual awakening and then started watching a bunch of tarot videos, and it was like, hey, you need to go do that. And I was like, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to do other stuff. And spirit was like, ooh, you're funny. Is she funny? Yes, you are. Keep playing with us. You're going to do it. We're going to fuck with you until you do it. We're going to fuck with you until you do it. And I'm like, damn. That's we're doing it. So, and here we are. So, this is the time. Proper boundaries. Oh my gosh, no wonder. So, I want to do start handing out pamphlets. I'm not handing out pamphlets. I'm going to have some free resources that are on boundaries and fighting fair, and also some personal care, like worksheets to kind of just like make it easier. Because sometimes it's like, man, you be going through it when you're a little sad. It's hard to like take care of yourself, so it's kind of like a way to, like a checklist. The perfectionist in me though is taking a while to get that, so you'll see it soon. Also, if you start having allergies or strange reactions to medication, oh my gosh, I've seen 2 people who had allergic reactions to things recently. That's also a thing. Yeah, so watch out if you're using any new shampoos or something and you start itching a lot, like you might be allergic to one of those ingredients is. And be careful with medications and drugs, because they might, like the weird side effects in drugs might show up. So when the Pisces card is involved, circumstances may be covert or at least obscured from view. Also the Hangman. Music, being a victim, art, compassion, oneness. Okay, so that is going to be the, ooh, no you didn't listen, you're struggling, you're resisting. Trust me, don't resist people. Don't resist. I was resisting for a while until I finally surrendered, and then it was like so freaking helpful. Like, it was like, oh dang, I should have been surrendered. But I was like, no, I want to hold on for dear life. Like, and then Spirit had to be like, no, stop holding on to shit. And I'm like, damn, I was trying to hold on. It was like, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. So, that's the let it go, okay? Like, legit. So, I know, and see, that's why I can laugh at it, because I healed it. See, if you don't heal it, you'll just start crying. Once you heal it, you're like, you can laugh at it now. You can laugh at your fears. You can laugh at yourself. You can laugh at you doing weird stuff or falling or whatever, because you're over it now. If you weren't truly over it, you want to be able to laugh at it. You know what I mean? It could be a good indicator. Laugh. It's helpful. Makes your core tight. No. Okay, now I'm doing too much with the jokes. Okay, bring it back. So, part of fortune, increase. In early mythology, no, we're not going to do all that. We've been reading a lot, y'all. Okay, we'll read less. Thank you. Okay, she's a Roman goddess of destiny. The part of fortune is the one of lots. Oh, I should show the picture. Okay. Math required. I've gotten this a few times. I just knew that this beginning part has a lot to do with astrology, which I think is really cool. But if you're not really into it, not what you need. Okay, so it means a time when things begin to flow more easily, and you will have your success. But success and how it comes about and how long it will take will very much depend upon the surrounding cards. You may want to take advantage of this time of easy flow to resolve conflicts. It is a time to heal that toxic situation which has been so difficult to overcome. Since the part of fortune mostly means gifts, you may want to take on another area of study or master another art form. It might also mean that benefits will suddenly be placed in your path. Like a true water sign. It comes to you because you got yourself. You realize you are the prize. You realize you are the money, so the money comes to you. You don't chase the money chases you. It's like that. But like, not money, I'm saying money because, you know, millennial, we like to say, and we'll give us money. But still, more like abundance, prosperity, because it can be abundance in many things. Abundance in love, abundance in friends, abundance in energy, abundance in peace, abundance in bliss, abundance in, you know, opportunities, right? Like, and you have so many opportunities, you can actually say no to which ones you do not like, and yes to the ones you do, instead of having to take whatever comes in front of you and settle. Because this feminine energy is saying, bitch, stop settling. And it was like, what? Yes, but to everyone almost. You know what I mean? Like, anywhere in your life. Are you settling? Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. So, another area that looks extremely fortunate is anything to do with public relations or promotion. So, promote yourself, y'all. You may want to do good and honor others. This will gain you respect and opportunity. Injustice of any kind will challenge and rouse you into action. Ooh. If your question in regards to romance in any type of relationship, know that the situation is fated. It is meant for both of you to help each other fulfill each other's calling. This will not be the relationship you can ever move away from easily. Destiny is involved. So together, you are called to achieve and master higher things that would be more difficult had you not met each other. Wow. In this, there will be challenges, even though the love will always remain. Aw. That's so nice. Your desire to fly is strong at the moment. Any shackles previously placed are being smashed, and you are experiencing a release. Moving ahead is what this card is all about. Madam Fortune, smile upon you. I like that. Ten of Pentacles. That's why I remember I was like, isn't this the... But no, it's not. Yes, it is. I'm part of a tarot group on Tuesdays, and when I was there, I pulled the Chariot and the Ten of Pentacles. And then later I found out about the whole like Chariot is being your year energy. So I was like, oh, what's up with this Chariot stuff? Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and make another video for each sign. They're gonna be quicker reads for this energy to pierce out. Well, Aries is going to be going through more of this, or you know what I mean, like that kind of thing. But this is the overall body. What? And because, wow, this is an hour long. Wow. See, so if you got this far, I'm proud of you. You really gave a fuck. I'm proud of you. If you're a person who watched one of the other videos before this one, because this one was long as hell, but that one made you like it, and then you came over to this one because you were like, hold up, if she got me with the sample, what's she doing in the big one? And you came over to this one, thank you as well. I don't know how I know that you did that, but I know that you did it, and thank you. And then for those who are watching this one, you can go ahead and look at your sun, moon, or rising signs in your Western astrology, because that's how I'm playing this game. I don't do Vedic. I think Vedic personally is my shadow side, and that's a Libra Scorpio. That's a Libra Sagittarius moon. That's a lot of it's my divine masculine within me. So I don't really do those reads. But if you want them, there are a bunch of people who are out here. Also, if you don't resonate with me, please go to another reader. Like, you will not hurt my feelings. Come back another week, come back another time, or don't. And let me just end this now. Oh gosh, at 1:05. So, I love you. I love me. I love us. I love we. I will see you soon. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff.